Alright, I'm good. Did I ready up? I did not. There is the ready.
Find out more information you could about the mines. On the way, you managed to meet a village of frost giants who told you that they trade with the dwarves at a back entrance to the mines, and you asked if they could show you, and they agreed and had begun guiding you there. Uh, Along the way, you were ambushed by some trolls at night, and then partway through the next day, you were ambushed at a frozen river by a group of frost salamanders. The fight went very poorly, and Sizan and Squib both fell in battle. Um, so the frost giants gathered up the corpses of your friends, placed them in their bags as gently as they could, and continued on the way, continuing towards the back entrance to the dwarven slave mine, saying that they will hopefully be able to bury them there with honor. Um, and that's kind of all that happened last episode. But
Oh, is that
the
all?
first thing, oh, that's all, yes. But the first thing we were going to start with was Squib. As you pass from this life, you can hear a call. You hear, "Little kobold, Squib, wake up."
I don't wanna. It's too
Well,
damn cold.
as you open your eyes and blink from the brightness, you sit up and look up, and you can see the platinum dragon Bahamut standing there before you. And he goes, "Welcome home, Squib." And as you glance around, you can see your family standing there smiling at you. Further away, there are all manner of dragon descendants, dragons of all shapes and sizes, dragonborns of all color, and kobolds of all color. Your father kneels down before you and grabs your hand, helping you to your feet. Your family rushes forward and envelop you in a large group hug. Bahamut speaks once more, and he goes, "My friend, welcome home. Fate has decreed that you fall in battle, but there is much more for you to do. You will become one of my champions across the cosmos. The forces of evil will never rest, and we must remain vigilant against them." And you see around you as other champions of Bahamut, different dragons, different dragonborns, kobolds, all armored differently, come up towards you, shake your hand, and then they guide you off to begin your next journey to become a champion of Bahamut. And now that that's out of the way, you guys continue the rest of the day, and as dusk begins to settle, unless you guys want to have a conversation with each other the rest of the way, or if it's just stunned silence at the loss of your comrades, you eventually arrive at a strange rock outcropping.
It looks unnatural from what we've seen, obviously, thus far.
It's well disguised, but you can tell there's something wrong.
Um,
Well, not something wrong per se, but something different.
would someone like to help me take a look around at this thing that seems different?
Yeah, I could help.
Or perhaps I should help you. I'm not feeling quite myself these days.
The the frost giants see you guys kind of like start to inspect stuff, and they're like, one of them places their hand, like pats Arendi on the head, and he walks over and begins tapping with his mace certain stones on this wall, about 5 in a different order, until a click happens, and then the rock side slides upwards and out of the way. And as you look down, there's about 20 angry-looking dwarves, armed to the teeth, standing there kind of aggressively, but then they see who it is, and and they kind of relax. And you see one of them steps forward, and he greets the frost giants in Giant. And they converse shortly until he finally looks past and sees you guys just standing there, and he's like, "Well, come on, get in out of the cold."
Randy, are you going to be able to remember that pattern? If we needed to open the door again at some future date?
Am I going to be able to?
Yeah, you or Rog, I suppose. You both seem fairly intelligent.
That's... I dare say...
I swear, if Mordai is the most intelligent...
That's a good one.
You might be. Not the most intelligent team I've had in this.
I'll do my best to remember it, but hopefully we won't need to come back in here.
I've got a 0 intelligence score.
Yeah, never mind.
I don't even remember what mine is.
Do you not have your character sheet open?
I have a 12.
Okay, that's where I'm at.
Oh, well...
I didn't, and then I opened it, and then it took 30 seconds to open for some reason.
I guess technically I would say that I have a 10, not a 0. But I think if I had a 0, I'd be dead, right? Don't you die if one of your...
if any
things
of
is
those go to 0, you die.
Yeah. One of your base stats goes to 0. I mean, I suppose we've come all this way. We have no reason not to listen and trust and go inside, I suppose.
Okay. As you
We did
guys
come here for them.
pass inside, it's quite warm compared to the snowy heights that you've been traveling through. And the dwarf that spoke to you first, he's like, "Ah, welcome, friends. The frost giants here tell me that you came to see us."
Yeah. I guess this is more Arendia and Rog's mission, but, well, perhaps we should talk in, private, and I'm still a bit cold.
Sure. Come on, let's warm you up. And he begins to lead you down into the city.
Oh, sick.
He takes you a little ways in, and there's a small building, and it looks like it's kind of like a garrison building for the troops that kind of guard the back entrance here. And he's like, "Come on, let's get you some soup in you. Maybe a little bit of beer." He takes you inside, and yeah, you can smell warm bread, and smells like some stew is being cooked. And you see a couple, military-looking cooks, just rough and tumble, scar across the eye, like missing teeth, broken nose, just like grumbling as he's spooning stew into bowls and handing out loaves of bread to dwarves that are walking around. And this place is built for dwarves, so some of you are kind of like a little having trouble. You're not scraping the ceiling, but you have to kind of duck slightly to get through the doorways. And then you cut a strange sight, because these dwarves don't see a lot of outsiders here, and so they kind of all just like look at you, but they see who you're with and they just go back to eating.
The giants just crawling around and...
No, the giants didn't come inside.
Oh, okay.
They would not even like fit.
I would love a beer. That would be fantastic. We have much to drink about.
Well,
Sure.
some warm soup would be fantastic.
Yeah, if you go get in line to get some soup, I'll make sure we get some beers. A beer for anybody else?
I'll have one.
All right.
I'm fine, thank you.
All right. And it takes a few minutes. He comes back with 3 mugs, one for each of you, one for him. And then Mordai, it takes you about just a few
Okay, so
minutes to get through the
I'm just
line.
doing- Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not a big line, but there was like 5 or 6 dwarves in front of you. It doesn't take them that long to get fed. And you make it back over to the table that you're all sitting around now.
So, tell us about yourself. What do you do here?
Oh, I'm the garrison captain for the back entrance.
What's life like in the city?
Oh, it's not so bad.
It's the Empire claims to enslave you here, but you seem to have a thriving enough city from what little I've seen so far. Does
Not-
it feel that way to you?
Not the Empire.
Oh, it's not the Empire?
No, the Inquisition.
Inquisition. Okay.
He's like,
yeah.
well, the Inquisition has left us alone for the most part. As long as we just keep sending them materials as kind of a tribute, they just leave us to our own devices down here. We haven't seen no hide nor tail of no Inquisition for 100 years. At least in the city.
Okay.
There is a Inquisition garrison at the entrance to the city, though, correct?
Oh, sure. They don't come inside, though. They just kind of sit out there. I think that's more of a punishment post than anything. Because it's pretty boring. I mean, to be fair, they do have they kind of have the place trapped and rigged to collapse if we get out of hand. But we've mostly taken care of those traps. They just think they're still there.
It's clever.
Is you say you're the back gate garrison leader. Is there a a city leader? Is there what form of government do you have down here?
Oh,
Okay.
sure. Yeah,
king
our elected official. His name's Kudmar. Kudmar Ironrod.
Can you spell that for me?
Kudmar. Last name Ironwrought.
What was the first one? Sorry.
Kudmar.
Okay.
Goodmar. I spelled it Goodmar.
I spelt it Gutmar.
Goodmar.
I
I was typing Mudahar.
I put Gutmar for sure.
You guys would be terrible at telephone.
Yep.
Telephone would also be harder to do over Discord than in real life.
True.
We
And you only get to use exotic names.
we would be interested to have to meet with this elected official. We've come a long way. There's a lot going on around Boergenth these days that is perilous.
Oh, sure. Yeah. I don't see why you wouldn't want to meet you. Can always just go down to the town center and talk to his aide. Set up a meeting.
Are there any security checkpoints or anything we have to worry about, or is it all kind of open down here? You guys are pretty well isolated.
Well, we're pretty isolated. You might get some strange looks. I can send a couple guards with you if you feel like you need an escort, so they can explain if there's any sort of questions. There are kind of checkpoints. We got, sections walled off just in case. as defenses, but the gates are open throughout the day.
We are good friends of what's left of the dwarves of the northern country, so we very interested to learn and talk with those of you down here.
Oh, well, we haven't had contact with the outside dwarves in, well, since we've been thrown down here. So about 1,000 years.
They are in trouble, as is the rest of the country.
Ah,
They assured us you would always have a place with them, should you want to leave here.
well, we can't exactly leave. I think the Inquisition might actually get really mad about that. But, you know, it's not so bad down here. And
Well, that is actually
Well-
why we're here.
this is home.
It might be more of a conversation for Ironrot, but we are looking for allies to help with the problems on the surface.
Oh, all right. Well, if you need to go talk to him, I'm sure he's in his office at some point today. Although it is getting a wee bit late. Might do you to get a nice, good, warm, running night's rest and then go see him in the morning.
I am very weary from the day's events. Do your lodgings, are they here or in another location?
Well, we do have a sort of an inn. It's pretty far away though. Sorry, it's at the front entrance. Mostly, well, it hasn't had a lot of people who just go there for, you know, rest, because it was there for when the Inquisition came down. But a lot of people go there to drink. But again, that's a ways away. If you guys need something more immediate, I think I could set you up with something.
How long of a walk would it be from here to the front entrance?
Oh, probably about roughly 5 hours, I'd say.
So you have a very decent, a good sized settlement down here.
Oh yeah, there's about 10,000 of us that then live down here.
I mean, I can't speak for the rest of my companions, but I've known a real need for comfort, so if there are alternatives closer by, I'm all
Yes.
for that.
Safe place for a bedroll's all I really care about.
Oh well, we can do a little better than that. Come on, come with me. And he takes you deeper into this building, and he kind of just takes you to what looks to be like a bunk room. It's got 2 bunk beds, and it's basically just looks like it's a bunk room for garrison soldiers. But it's empty, and nobody's staying in them right now. And he's like, "Well, you guys can take a rest here, take a load off, and I can have somebody take you in the morning, or I can take you down there, whatever you feel."
Thank you. You've been more than kind. I don't think I caught your name.
Oh, my name's Holgrim. Holgrim Pebblebeard.
Does he have pebbles in his beard?
He's like drills holes through them and puts them through like beads.
That's an idea, but no.
Okay. Um, have a good night, Holgrim.
All right. If you need
Indeed.
something breakfast in the morning, I'm sure the chefs will have something for the garrison, so you guys can just tuck it in if you need it.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate your help.
And with that, he turns and walks away.
Well, it doesn't look like we're going to be the saviors of the city. But
Well, perhaps the elected class may feel differently. Maybe they have large, grander aspirations than the people. I would want to keep my people calm and comfortable as well.
It got me thinking too, if you have anything else to offer them, if they don't care about freedom as the ultimate reward, like perhaps we could just collect some of their garrison as mercenaries or something to that effect.
If they have purpose for coin, then we have plenty, but it looks like they do all of their dealings in trade. I highly doubt that they're purchasing things from the Inquisition. They're not purchasing things from the Frost Giants. So maybe.
Yeah, well, I do hope you're right. As a leaders are more eager to be out of this situation.
I imagine there has to be at least a small group amongst the 10,000 that want out. So perhaps it's a subset, but we do have. I mean, they didn't really ask for proof of us knowing the other dwarves, but I think we're carrying a dwarven relic. One of us. Perhaps it would be of some sentimental value or some actual value.
I do have that horn.
Yeah.
Do dwarves live over 1,000 years or close to? I don't know if any is known.
Roughly 400 or so.
Yeah. It might be hard pressed to find anyone with relations to anyone in the north.
No, but there might. I don't know much of the history behind this horn besides what was told to us. But perhaps it is an ancient relic of their people that's in the stories or something similar. Perhaps it might be a bargaining chip.
Good. Well, I need to catch some shut eye.
You and me both.
I will lay down for some restless ass sleep.
The our like explorers packs would have like a mess kit enough to have like a cup in it, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna offer Rog some more lifeblood if he.
I will happily drink whatever you give me.
Oh man, are we both gonna be super melancholy now?
Oh yeah. Because we've lost people, but never to death.
And never so.
They've all just left.
Yeah. All right. So, how much you want? I'll take the bottle out and I'll kind of gesture it to you and see how much you want.
I don't know what's a lot because I don't drink, but Rob would drink a lot.
I would. Well, if you drink a lot of this, you might die. So I would say a shot or two might be might be
One is enough to get you pretty going, even with your high alcohol tolerance.
even with,
Two would be absolutely smashed.
Then I'll take 2.
I will not be.
Drink to forget.
Indeed.
I'll match Rog. When I see Rog go for a second, I'll match Rog's second.
Okay, well you pass out pretty quick
All right.
because yours is less than his.
Yeah, no.
Mordai, you lay down to go to bed, and you realize that the beds are a little shorter than you're used to because they're
That would
designed
make
for
sense.
dwarves. So your feet stick out a little bit. It's not terrible or uncomfortable. It's just kind of weird because the mattress is still relatively comfortable.
I was about to say I have holes in my socks, but then I realized I'm a tiefling and I don't wear socks.
Right. But Arendia, after his second shot, it takes just a couple minutes for that to go through him, and he just kind of passes out there on the bed. Rog, you're just super tipsy, It'll just can hardly see straight anymore.
Yay.
You just pass out.
Who wants to see
Yep.
straight when all you see is your friends dying around you?
Okay. But yeah, I mean, the alcohol helps you guys get a full night's sleep, and it's not like over drinking other alcohol since it's actually not a huge amount. So, Mordai, you said restless sleep. Are you actually gonna have trouble sleeping? Is that the type of character you are?
I don't think so. I think he's seen enough death over the years, but it's
Okay.
still not going to be
Doesn't feel
pleasant
good.
dreams.
Sure, not pleasant dreams, but yeah, you've lost plenty. So no exhaustion for you. But you guys wake up in the morning. No hangover. This stuff is pretty good at just getting you drunk, making you feel great, but now none of the adverse side effects for the next day. You still feel a little bit buzzed when you wake up, though. You're like, whew, stuff's strong. You have 2 shots of it,
And now my
and just mark down that you've used up 4 more shots of it.
Yep, I was about to say, now my expensive bottle of alcohol is half gone.
Or you still have half of it left.
Slowly
We've had it for-
dwindling it away.
We've had it forever, so
We have
Yeah.
had it for a very long time. All right, so wake up, kind of fucked up. All right. Well, not kind of fucked up, but just feel like I'm not completely, like it's not completely out of my system.
Yep.
Okay. I will. I'll kind of wait to see what my friends are doing.
I'll wake up and seek out everyone else.
Okay. I mean, you guys are all in the same bunk room.
Oh, on the other bunk.
I really am drunk, huh? I'll just wait for everyone to wake up then.
Okay. Yeah, you guys all wake up. You can smell freshly baked bread wafting down the hallways, and smells like fresh coffee.
That smells fantastic.
Agreed.
Let's get some breakfast.
Let's fucking go.
Okay. It's
Let's
easy
get
enough for you
this
guys to
bread.
find your way back to the mess hall
Or
of
follow my
this
nose.
garrison building. You were there last night, and couple dwarves like glance over. They see you. Some of them, they like whisper to each other and they're like, "Oh yeah, they came in last night." Blah 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 blah. You go get in line. There's like a giant bowl of like scrambled eggs. There's freshly baked bread. There's, and then there's coffee. That's pretty much it. I guess they have some bacon. Giant plate of bacon.
Bacon!
I forgot about that.
I get a little bit of everything.
Dogs can't tell it's not bacon.
Bacon strips?
It's bacon! Okay.
I would get some bread and some coffee.
I'll just get bread. Let's get this bread.
Bunch of vegans out here.
Ben's
Yeah,
like
you guys
I,
eat your breakfast.
Ben's like I presented bacon and no one had it. Great.
Or
I had it.
eggs. I mean, Mordai had. He said everything.
Yeah, whatever, everything.
Dog is half
Bacon, eggs.
Birdman.
Most birds are cannibals.
Rog is
Or at
a
least
sentient
carnivores.
moral being.
Moral.
Didn't you guys stand around and watch as your paladin beat somebody to death?
It was
No, he didn't give us a chance to react. He just was like, run up and do it." We didn't get to do anything.
it was very quick, and it was only one swing of the hammer,
And
then,
you
really
didn't
was.
stop him?
and then head gone.
What are we to do to stop him? He has an action. I can't stop you from taking an action on your turn, can I?
You can.
Not with
try
that
harder.
attitude.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Good times. All right. You
That's
guys,
one word for it.
you guys finish up your breakfast.
To try to see if we can see
Did he give us directions?
Hogren. Yeah, I'm looking for Hogren.
Ogrin?
That's his name, right?
Holgrim.
Holgren?
Holgrim is the captain from
Holgrim
yesterday.
was the name of
Holgrim.
the dwarf you talked. Man, you guys are really bad at names.
Wait, I thought Gudmar was the captain.
Gudmar is the elected official.
Oh.
Holgrim was the captain of the garrison.
Kudmar's the one we need to talk to.
Right, but to get directions to him,
I'm sure any other garrison guard might be able to point us in the general direction.
maybe they don't like us as much as Mr. Pebblebeard liked us.
So we're gonna ask for directions to Pebblebeard so we can get directions to Ironrod?
I'm just gonna leave and look for an official building.
No, 99999.
Okay, Rog walks out into the street.
I
Just
follow.
You both.
Yeah, it's
I'm just gonna like glance around really quick to see somebody who like doesn't look like they're immediately engaged in conversation, but does look like a guard.
Sure, I mean they all look like guards. Most of them are eating because it's the mess hall. But there are people you can talk to.
I figured. I'm gonna run over and say, I'm terribly sorry for this, but could I get quick directions to where Ironrot holds council?
Yeah, just gotta head out there and follow the road.
So it's that way or is that way?
Well, that way is out. That way is in.
So towards the end. Okay. Dankeschön. Turn and run and try and catch up to.
Did he just say donkey shit?
Right? Strange folk.
Just somebody who looks like the devil comes running up. I need directions.
I didn't think about it like that, yeah. Wow.
But like the fact that you had to like specify, you came in that door, that way is into town.
not the way you just came from.
Not the way I came. Okay. Well,
But yeah,
hopefully
you
that's
guys,
good enough.
It's pretty easy to follow. It's a single road city. Eventually, you get to the wall. This wall right here that has a gate, and you know there's a couple guards standing there, but they just kind of look at you funny, like they don't see a lot of non-dwarves here, but you got in somehow.
Oh yeah, we were gonna potentially look for an escort.
Yeah, that was that would have been a good reason to talk to Pebblebeard.
Remember how I wanted to look for him?
Yeah. I blame Rog.
But now we're here.
Well, just act like you own the place.
Act like you've fucking been here before.
And they don't try to hide it, but one of them like whispers to one of the other ones, and as you guys go past, two of them just kind of begin to tail you at a distance.
Did he cut out for anyone else, or was that just me?
That was just you.
Just you.
Okay.
Yeah, just you.
Get wrecked!
A couple dwarves have begun tailing you from a distance, not like aggressively, just like these guys are curious. I wonder where they're going.
Can I help you?
They're like a few 100 feet back. Do you want to shout at them?
Rog just turns around. Hey!
What, do we notice them?
I would say you don't. with your 12 passive perception.
Well,
What about a 15?
Yeah, sure. 15 would probably. They're not trying to be covert about it. They're just like, looks like they're doing their jobs and kind of just, these people are strange. They don't see a lot of strange people down here. In fact, they see very few strange people down here.
Yeah,
And by very strange, non-dwarves.
And non-human.
Yeah, two.
everywhere we go, we just meet more and more racists.
No.
Two devils
They
and a
are
bird.
literally isolated from the rest of the world in a slave mine.
That doesn't mean they're not racist.
But this doesn't mean
totally
they are
profiling you.
racist.
This is a dangerous conversation to start.
I'm just saying, if that's exactly what they're doing.
I feel profiled.
It's
and
solely because
discriminated
Arandia
against.
is a drow.
The
A drow and a tiefling.
Oh, two bad combos right there. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
hey, we're underground. I'm where I belong. The I'm not. I mean, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna keep walking.
So if aliens were to land, and a few of them were just walking through the street, you wouldn't just immediately be like, "I wonder what they're doing." That's basically what these dwarves are seeing right now.
I would, but
then you're
And
racist against aliens.
these are soldiers. They're
Yeah.
security guards. They are doing their jobs, literally.
I understand that. That doesn't change what they're doing.
Well, it's a good thing Rock doesn't notice them, or this would be a whole other debacle.
No, he's used to it. He wouldn't. I mean, he would talk to them, but he wouldn't be upset about it.
No,
This ain't his first experience with racism.
only
They're not racist.
profiling.
They are,
Profiling.
They are profiling.
which. All right.
How dare they try to maintain security?
I'm not saying they should.
It's because of who we are, Marcus. It's because of who we are. So I don't know. I'm not gonna say anything. I don't know. Mordai's got a higher passive perception than me. I don't know if he says anything, but I'm just gonna keep moving.
Yeah, Mordai'd be used to.
Okay.
Well, kind of used to being noticed by now.
I mean, Mordai would be not used to not being noticed because you've spent so much time in hell.
Yeah.
And demons are normal there. But anyway, you guys follow the path, and eventually you see a giant building in the middle on kind of like a small hill. Small hill. A big building on a big hill, like in the middle. Looks like a very centralized location.
Hey, Rug, is that the building you were looking for?
I think we found it.
Does it have any signs?
Not really.
It doesn't say, like, House of Kudmar Ironrot or anything?
No, he's an elected official, so it'd be more like the White House than anything.
But it looks like a government building?
Looks, I mean, it's a lot bigger than all the other buildings you've seen.
I'm just gonna walk in.
Okay, yeah, you walk up the steps because there are steps that lead up the hill. You walk inside and you walk into kind of a reception area. There's a receptionist behind a desk and people like waiting, dwarves waiting.
Greetings.
Oh, how are you? What can I do for you?
We are searching for Kudmar Ironrot. We would like to discuss something with him.
Oh, well, let me go see. She gets up and then heads into the back. Takes a few minutes. She comes back. She's like, "Oh, he'll be right out. You told him that you were not from around here, so I think he really wants to speak with you."
That's good.
It is indeed.
The feeling is mutual.
We appreciate this.
course. And she sits down back at her desk, and you guys just stand there awkwardly. You take a seat.
Yeah. I'll just stand and wait.
Stand there and stare at her the entire time.
I would
Take.
I would say how are things in the colony down here?
How you
Are
doing?
you talking to her?
Yeah.
Oh, and she's like, okay, I think.
You happy?
Well, me personally, I'm quite happy. Yeah.
All right. That's good.
Okay.
Leave it to her, India, to make things really fucking awkward.
Zach, you're gonna love my character from now on.
It's
But no, are
great.
you truly, deeply happy? Are you
Eventually,
fulfilled?
an older looking dwarf, I guess you could say. He's got a bit of specks of gray in his hair, his long brown hair, bushy beard. Comes out and he's like, "Ugh. Well, look at you. What can I do for you, gentlemen?"
We were hoping to discuss some things.
Preferably in private.
Oh, well, all right. My name's Kudmar. I'm the elected official of this here town. Could I have your names, please?
You can call me Rog.
Rog, pleasure. And he reaches out a hand to shake your hand.
I'll shake his hand.
It's a very strong grip.
Yeah. He could break my hand.
He does not.
I'm Mordai.
Ah. Well, Mordai. Pleasure.
Yeah. I'll take his hand. I'm also not very strong.
And I would introduce myself as Gren.
Ah, Grin, all right. Make a deception check.
An 11.
Yep. He's like, well, come with me, gentlemen. And he heads back to his office, which is pretty nice. There's cushioned chairs for you guys to sit in behind a fairly nice desk, something that an elected official would have in this sort of area. The desk is made of stone. But he sits down and he's like, so, a drow, a tiefling, and a half-elf walk into a dwarven slave mine. It's not something you see every day.
Is there a punchline?
I mean, the punchline is whatever you got to ask me, friend.
Well, I'll just be
We're
frank.
looking-
We were here to liberate you, but it seems you're fairly liberated already.
Oh, yeah, we're kind of just left alone. As long as we just keep mining the mountainside and sending them some of our materials up top, they leave us alone. But I'm sure if we tried to leave, they might get a little wee bit antsy.
Things on the surface are getting very dire in regards to the Inquisition.
Oh, all right.
We
Please elaborate.
we we actually came from the north of Boergenth and have traveled south all the way down to Walden, but we went through Deepholm and made some dwarven allies and have tried to do what we can to remove the Inquisition's darkness from the country. It's spreading like a plague.
All right.
I would tell him of Miscus's wrongdoings from our perspective.
Make a persuasion check.
It's a good thing he doesn't have disadvantage in all his checks, or we'd make some great progress.
13.
And he's like, oh, well, I can't say that it's annoying not being able to leave, but he's evil, you see. I mean, they're
Yeah, he um he leveraged an army of the undead through means of controlling a lich king of an ancient lich with his phylactery. I would say that's pretty evil.
oh, well, do you have any proof?
Of the king's involvement with the lich?
Well, yeah.
Wait, is that even why out of character? Is that even why we're here?
Is why we're here.
Aren't we here searching for the thing for the
We can do both.
The weapon
Darius?
thingy?
You're here to find a legendary weapon.
Right. That's what I've just realized.
Well, we were also here to free them.
Did I know that?
I don't think they ever told you.
Okay.
Because you came in after they talked to the Craftsman's Guild.
Okay. All right.
I thought we were just here on a rescue mission. Now I'm like, well, we'll just take who we can. And they're like, we got. Okay.
All right. Let me see. Did I take anything in my pack?
Yeah, Master Darius asked you, or the
Yeah.
Craftsman's Guild asked you guys to come here and
get-
ascertain about a legendary weapon that has been rumored to be down here from many years ago.
Yeah.
A weapon that could be used against the demons.
Which is why we were coming here at all.
Yes.
I just.
You guys got a
remembered
wee
that.
bit sidetracked with a lot of other things.
Okay. Well, I don't have anything that can prove. Oh, wait. Rules question.
Mm-hmm.
Telepathic bond. Would I be able to show him my memories?
I don't think so.
No. Okay. I'm just throwing things at a wall.
Like telepathic
Spitballing.
bond just means you can talk to each
Communicate.
other through your mind. Yeah.
I was hoping you were gonna be like, yeah, that works. Okay. So I'll bow out of the conversation briefly. I will say I don't have any way to prove it, unfortunately. I think that maybe. I think that look at those wide eyes. I think that we could provide proof if necessary, but I personally don't have I don't have any physical proof, unfortunately. Rog or Mordai might. There's another piece of business to discuss as well, but this is the larger immediate issue.
I have no solid proof of my own, but I do find it odd that you need convincing that the people enslaving you are evil.
Well, they don't bother us.
But you can't leave.
I mean,
Do you not
So-
feel you should have the freedom to come and go?
so you want my people to just rebel against the crown on your word?
If you'd like to be slaves forever, then no.
There's only 10,000 dwarves down here, and we don't have that many troops. You want us to go up against the Inquisition army without proof that they're
Well, you
all
outnumber
evil?
the outer post 10-1.
Yeah, with women and children and old folk.
Well, we're not alone in our quests to Rog's point. We have allies. You are not the first group that we've tried to ally ourselves with. But about that other matter of business I was speaking of, we actually initially came this way looking for a relic that we were told might be deep within your minds, where we've been sent really on a holy mission to retrieve it.
Okay.
I don't know what we're looking for, Rock. Do you remember what we're looking for?
It was something.
It's a divining rod.
Yeah.
It's a divining rod.
He's like, a divining rod for what?
To fuck.
Divine things.
I'm pretty sure it was the Chaos Crystals.
I'm not good at remembering things, Rog.
I mean, neither am I. That was before I started taking notes.
That was like a month ago.
There is.
I have,
Oh, go ahead, Mordai.
I was gonna say, Lord Ironrot, sorry, the captain of the North Watch didn't really give us your title. I'm also a bit confused about this alternative quest. I only joined these two here recently. While I can vouch for the mysterious control of the Lich King, or the Lich, I understand that has very little bearing on your status as a mountain. But we are looking for help. Do you know anyone who would like to leave, would like to get out of these conditions? Perhaps we can offer them aid to sneak them out quietly.
Yeah, sure. I'm sure there's people who aren't particularly happy. I can't say that I'm the most happy. I'm just a realist. The dwarves were slaughtered 1,000 years ago by the Inquisition. And now you come down here asking us to raise arms against them with no proof. That's why?
How is your enslavement and slaughter not proof enough of their evil?
Okay, all right. They're evil. Great. But you're coming down here asking us to go kill ourselves for no reason.
Freedom is not no reason, my friend.
So you're saying that you think we should just all get slaughtered because we can?
You are putting words in my mouth, for one thing. And secondly, you are not our only allies, as Arendi here has already said. You're not
Sure,
alone.
but
You won't be alone.
you,
And with your numbers added to ours, we will surely be able to win.
okay. How many soldiers do you have?
We have the dwarves, and I'll pull out the dwarven horn. We have the elves. And we have 2 of the 3 guilds within Walden. And we're working
Okay.
on the 3rd if you could help us here.
I need numbers.
You want me to have a census for all of our allies?
It would be helpful, yeah, because the Inquisition has a lot of soldiers.
I am gonna walk out of the room.
we have been actively depleting the Inquisition's ranks. A war rages on the surface. They attacked Teldrassil, they attacked Deepholm, they attacked Irakosh, and at each point of attack, we have rallied our allies and repelled them. They've taken losses also at the. There was a battle for Sevicern, they took losses. There was a battle for Vilgen, they took losses. The Inquisition is not at the full strength that it was, or as you may remember it. But
Okay. Make a deception check.
A deception check. Well, I'm not lying. Am I? Am I lying?
About half of it, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
I don't
that's
think that's a
probably
lie.
you.
We've seen them take
you-
a lot of losses.
You're just misremembering. They lost 0 soldiers at Sevicern. They came in after all the other
Oh, and they
people
cleaned
were dead,
house. Yeah.
and they cleaned house. They didn't have any of their soldiers at Vilgen. Vilgen was basically its own thing. They have lost some at Irakosh and Teldrassil, but so this there are still 75,000 Inquisition soldiers left, and your allies equal maybe 30k of fighting people. So that's why he's asking you why he should throw in with you when you want to attack the Inquisition in their stronghold when they still have way more soldiers than you have.
So I guess I am lying.
So like he wants assurances that you can win because they already lost everything, and now they've kind of regained a small semblance of what they had before without the Inquisition. Like, sure, they can't leave, but they're not being beaten and forced into slavery other than mining what they normally do.
And they're allowed to wield weapons. Like, there's some semblance of like balance here. So
Yeah, so I rolled a 15.
And he's like, okay, so they've lost some. You still haven't really told me how this all comes together. I mean, I need assurances that if we throw in with you, that we're gonna have enough allies to even attack Walden.
So we now know that we now that I know you, communication between us will be easy. As long as you are receptive to it. We, as Rog said, are in the process of gaining support also within the city. We have the favor of 2 of the 5 guilds. Our
3.
Four guilds.
There's
4.
4 guilds, and we have favor of 2 of them. Correct?
2 so far.
I thought there was only 3. What's the 4th?
The 4th is the faceless ones.
The assassins.
They count as their own guild, and the
Oh.
way you were trying to convince them was to get the other 3 on your side.
And as I had kind of said, I know it was very, let's call it, confusing the way I had communicated prior to Rog, so my apologies. It's been a very rough couple of weeks. We were sent here by the Craftsman's Guild in Walden to retrieve a relic that may help a battle of good versus evil. Not to go insane with this, but not only is everything we just told you accurate, but we have communication with an archangel who wants us to carry out this quest to help the good win, and it's some sort of divining rod that can point towards chaos crystals or things of true power or true evil or true good. Does anything like that sound familiar as to something that you can even imagine having read in any tomes or heard in any stories?
Make an insight check.
11.
I
When
also
you
judge his reaction.
sure. Rendia, it's almost too subtle for you to make out, but like you see like his face twitch a little bit when you say chaos crystals. Mordai, you notice it more. Like his eyes narrow slightly and his face like twitches, and he's like, but then like he goes back to normal and kind of stone faced.
So I've finished my little spiel, so I guess I would be waiting on him.
He's like, well, so you're after this relic. Why?
We were told that there might be a not oh shit. Grast isn't a celestial, but he is a
Rest is a demon lord.
demon lord. Right. What and that would be from the plane of hell, I guess, which would be
Yep.
not the ethereal plane, but it would just be the plane of hell.
Yeah, it'd be the hell realm. Yeah.
Okay. We were told that it could help protect from the invaders from hell that ravaged Boergenth and the world all those all those years and years and millennia ago during the celestial heaven and hell wars.
He's like, well, I don't really know how I can help you.
Can you grant us permission to explore the depths of your minds, or
Well,
I know this is somewhat tangential to the initial request for aid. I can say with absolute certainty the barriers between our realms and hell are fading. I have joined these companions ultimately to help prevent an invasion like legends spoke of millennia ago.
make a persuasion check.
I'm not good at this! I don't believe you.
He kind of glances at you, glances back at Arendia. He's like, I'm sorry, gentlemen, but I don't think I can help you.
are you opposed to us trying to gather interest to who might want to leave out the back gate if they desire? Not forcing anybody, but just seeing who might volunteer.
If people want to leave, I won't stop them.
I believe we have taken enough of your time.
Is there anything that we can provide you? Perhaps compensation for your time or compensation for future services or a future relationship?
No, I don't think so.
I don't want us to just seem like we just want to take from you. We're as Mordai said, we thought, or as Rog said, we thought we were coming down to liberate you. We didn't realize we were going to find a nation of people that were content. Dwarven slave mines has a negative ring to it in the overworld, or above ground.
What do you?
Indeed. That's what they call it.
Yeah. What is the name of this city?
The name of the city is Boergenth, the Forgotten City.
Movernian?
Muvernian, Muvernian.
Um, and two more things before we lay our leave. Do you know if anyone in the city has any recollection or any history with the dwarves of the north? I know you've been down here for thousands of years. Perhaps it's all been lost to time.
Well, a lot of us can still trace our descendants to those who fought, but I don't think any of us really have contact with any of our ancestors who might still be, or descendants who might still be out there free. But if you're looking for people who want to get out, you should go see my sons.
Where might we find them?
Well, they work in the mine. Their names are Trevok and Dravok. If you go down to the mine area, you'll find them pretty quick. Just look for the two dwarves that are screaming their heads off at each other.
Oh, so sounds appealing.
Thank you very much for your time.
Sorry I couldn't be more help, gentlemen.
Let us know if there's anything. We might be around town for a day or two. Let us know if we can be help of any service. We would love to win your favor, I suppose.
Yeah, is there any troublesome individuals among town who may need a stern lecture or something?
Nothing really comes to mind.
Very well. You say, I must say I'm pleasantly surprised at coming to the city and seeing it, for it's quite peaceful.
And I'll leave.
Okay.
To take my leave as well.
Yeah, you guys head out. So Mordai, you basically could tell that he was lying. He knows something, but you rolled so poorly on your persuasion check, he thinks you guys are lying, and you are a tiefling. You are descendant of demons.
Yeah.
He's protecting something valuable, and he's not just going to give it to you guys because you're like, oh, we want to find the chaos crystals for the good guys. So
yeah, it makes sense that he wouldn't want to hand over some ancient relic of legend to the first tiefling who walks through the door.
yeah,
And a drow.
And the drow with him. And then the half Aarakocra who stormed out.
He's like, these
Speaking
fucking
of which,
assholes.
Rug, how are you feeling?
I have lost faith in our electoral system if such a spineless man can become an elected official.
He's the
Okay.
elected official of 10,000 dwarves down here. That's
It's
it.
not
Oh, that's
our
the. I have
electoral
no idea how
system.
this electoral system works. It's not even mine. No,
Uh,
He
it could have gone better.
we
I,
didn't make a whole lot more progress after you left.
no, I did
Also-
elaborate on the search for the divining rod, or whatever Darius had called it. I can't remember. I think it may have been that, but I've
I-
just
I
go ahead,
believe he
Mordai.
knows more, but I believe we also overstayed our welcome. I count our blessings that he didn't banish us from the city after that, but he knows more. So whatever relic we're looking for is here, but I don't know if we'll get more information from him.
Do you really think so?
Yeah.
So the only way to liberate his people is to meet his own needs first. Lovely.
Well, he did point us in the direction of his sons, who he said may be interested in leaving the colony. He really wants more proof of our support. He seems very hesitant to pledge his allegiance without, as he put it to you, more concrete details on his chances of his people surviving the battle, let's say.
I don't know how more concrete we can get. We told him the truth.
We may need to reach a critical mass of support before he'll throw in with us.
Yes, I mentioned the Inquisition's losses at Sevacern and Vilgan, and of course, Whisper's Edge and Irakash. That was not enough to sway his support. But as Mordai said, he hasn't banished us, and he has given us leave to recruit anyone who desires to leave. He has no ill will towards our want to recruit them. So he said if people want to leave then and go with you, then it is on them. So we may be able to generate some support, but if Mordai says the item that Darius and ultimately Benjamin have us looking for is here, then perhaps we need to find a way to find someone who will tell us where it is.
And perhaps his sons know more.
And Mordai, we'll have a
Let us
little
hope they are more principled.
we'll have a little chat about some of the other things that we're trying to accomplish. It didn't even occur to me that you had been with us so recently. That only the Civil War, only the country's Civil War is what we've discussed so far with you.
It's been a road of surprises for me.
Just know that this other thing we're looking for, it is to the benefit of your old friend Benjamin.
I had assumed as much, especially once he mentions chaos crystals. No, I can't lay on the keyboard.
Well, let's let's head to. He said that his sons were in the mines, so if we can get direction to the mines, we could head down there, or what else? What better do you think, Rog?
Well, it's the only lead we have.
I wasn't about to ask him for directions. He seemed to be getting tired of our conversation. I don't have the charm I once did, apparently.
No, I'm not in the mood today either. I'm sure
Okay, that's
someone
about-
around here knows where the mines are.
Unless you want to follow your sixth sense again, Rog. You found this building simply enough. Because the mine's big.
I just chose a direction and just fucking walked.
He chose the opposite direction of the door you came in, and then found it.
Lucky us, it was at the center of town. We hit the center of town, it's like, oh, there's...
So we are at
Everywhere.
the town center.
Yes, you're at the town center.
Okay. I'll just go to the
go-
nearest person and just ask.
Who's the nearest
Where
god?
can we find the mines?
Some mom carrying her kid down the street. Hey, you!
Stop right there! I require information.
And like you guys head back out, and you see the two guards that had been tailing you earlier, but they've gathered roughly 20 or so now. And they're kind of just like standing there in case you guys tried anything at the government building, because they don't know you. But they're not like being aggressive. They see you come out, walking out normally, and nothing happened. And you,
Hello there.
Gentlemen,
Entourage.
they're like, where do you hail from, friends?
Outside.
the north.
Was it east?
The north.
Yes, far north.
All right. What's your business here?
We just had some words we needed to speak to Mr. Ironrot. Do you know where we could find the mines? He told us we should speak to his sons.
Oh. And like his demeanor changes completely. Like now that he knows that you talk to the elected official, the governor, he's like, oh, yeah, it's just you're gonna go down here on this road to the east, and you're just gonna follow it down, and the first time you can turn left, that'll take you right into the mines.
Good.
Are we allowed to go there?
Well, I mean, you might want to be ready for falling rocks, but yeah, you can go there. It's dangerous sometimes. Just be prepared.
It's good to know. Thank you.
Yeah. I'll be right back.
You guys follow his directions down to the mine.
I would, yeah.
Yeah.
You guys,
Does he and all of his group follow us?
no, they don't follow you anymore.
Okay. That'd be really funny.
No, they were suspicious of you, but as soon as you were like, yeah, we talked to the governor, and then he's like, oh, cool.
He didn't throw us out. Nobody shouted for help.
Yeah.
Or died.
Or yeah, there
There
was
were no explosions, no random giant dragons.
All the things they were worried about.
You joke, but that literally happened once.
Rog and Iridia didn't throw money in the lobby.
Yep.
Well, I mean, you throw gold down, the dwarves are going to be like, that's nice and shiny.
Neat.
Like we can melt it down and make cool statues out of it, but they don't use a gold-based system here. Anyway, you pass through this gate and head down towards the mines. As you begin to get closer, you see there's hundreds of dwarves down here, probably thousands working, that are just working. But there are two things that stand out very, very obviously to you. One is this giant machine that is spitting black smoke out of a smokestack, and it's got these giant blades that are grinding up stone, and it's spitting gravel out the back. And then off to the left side of it is another exhaust tube, and every once in a while it'll like jerk and pause for a second, and then something will pop out that side, and it looks like it's like heavily enriched mineral stone rather than just like the gravel that's coming out the back. Like it's separating the unusable stone from the mineral. And you see, there's a dwarf on top. He's got a pair of goggles on, and he's just like pulling on the levers and just. You see another thing. You see this massive earth elemental, and the earth elemental is just walking down like the mine, and he's just hauling his fist back and punching, and giant holes are appearing in the dirt. And then he just moves on another like 10 feet, lumbering down while other dwarves go inside, and they're holding up like torches and stuff to the walls, looking for mineral deposits that have been revealed by the earth elemental.
Wait.
This is quite the operation.
You shout loudly over the
This is quite the operation.
the machines.
So when Mordai starts screaming, so that we can communicate with each other, I will cast telepathic bond on the group.
Okay.
Continues to talk with caps lock in my head.
Hey! Ow!
And I will say, this should be much easier than losing our voices.
Appreciate that. This is much easier. He said his sons were usually arguing. Well, I want to look around and see if I can find somebody arguing.
You don't see anybody arguing right now.
Okay.
Does there look to be someone that looks like a foreman?
Yeah, there's a foreman looking dwarf. He's holding like a clipboard. And just watching the machine. Every time it spits out a big chunk to the side, he marks something on his piece of paper.
Let's go talk to that guy. Ask him if he knows Trevik or Devik.
Yeah.
I bet they're twins with those names.
Come to find out, one's a boy, one's a girl. They're 30 years apart in age.
Oh, they just have shitty parents.
Well, let's approach cautiously so as to not startle this dwarf.
Yeah, as you approach, he's got like over the ear protection on. But he sees something moving out his peripheral, and he kind of glances over his spectacles at you, and he's like, takes them off, like wipes off the dust and puts them back on. And he's like, all right. And then he just kind of like walks over to you guys. He's like, he kind of pulls one of the ear things off. He's like, can I help you?
Lean over and just kind of shout at his ear. We're looking for Trevok and Davok.
You mean Dravok?
Trevok.
Okay. 1 second. And he heads back over, and he goes in front of the machine, and like he picks up like these two, like I guess orange like sticks, and he like puts them in an X, and you see the dwarf up above on the machine. He's like, and he's just like looks down, he sees the X, and he's like, and he flips a couple switches, and the machine just grinds to a halt, and it gets much quieter in here, other than the giant of the earth elemental. And he's like, whew, all right. Hey, Trevok, there's someone here to see ya.
Didn't expect them to bring their entire operation to a halt for us. Honored.
And the dwarf hops down off his machine, kind of lands, comes over. Zach, would you like to introduce your character?
Yeah, Trevok Ironrot will walk up to the party, look at everyone, rub his eyes, look over to Moradai and go, "Is your motherfucker good?" By the hell, he's fucking ugly. Good God, that one looks like his mother fucked a chicken. You look about as black as coal. What the fuck do you want?
Oh God.
Let's leave this fucking guy.
Are we sure this is the man we seek? Please tell me it's not.
You're Trevok, son of Kudmar.
Aye.
Oh, God.
They have some questions for you that are less hurtful.
We
All right, well, I ain't got all fucking day.
And you see the foreman has now wandered off, and for those of you that are paying attention, he like taps on the leg of the earth elemental, and the earth elemental like looks down and then shrinks down into a dwarf.
Neat.
That is
Looks
neat.
remarkably similar to Trevok.
We had an audience with your father, and we had some interests that he didn't share, but thought that you might. We're trying to either recruit dwarves to go fight against the Inquisition, or we're looking for an ancient relic that might be down here somewhere that is very important to the future of the world.
Does Trevok know anything about the relic?
Make a history check. 23?
23.
Yeah, you've read about it.
Yeah, Trevok was like, all right, I guess I'll listen.
At this
Might we
point,
find a quieter place?
the other dwarf comes over, and he's like, greetings, friends. Trevok.
Fuck you want, you daft cunt.
Oh, piss off, you dirty bugger. How can I help you, gentlemen?
Kind of shit in your fucking haggis.
We
You two have got quite the mouth.
Well, he's the dirty one.
Yeah, I like this one better.
Me too.
Are you interested in leaving your brother behind?
Oh,
Do you really want to go with someone who looks like his mother fucked a goat?
well, I didn't say I wanted to go with him, Trevok, you numbnuts. They asked me if I'd leave you behind, and I would in a heartbeat, you crazy son of a bitch.
I will feed you to that thing. I'm pointing to the big machine.
You know you couldn't do it if you tried. Sorry, gentlemen. You said you wanted to go somewhere quieter. Well, it's pretty quiet without his stupid machine going off.
Yeah.
He's not wrong.
Privacy is also desired.
Are we the only ones around now that the foreman walked away? Like, is there no one within earshot?
Not really. Everyone's just kind of gone about doing their work. A lot of them are working right now, so they're just mining the giant rocks that his machines were spitting out, getting the ore out of it. The other ones are still inspecting where the earth elemental, they're finding like ore veins and mining them out. But they're generally just working right now, so they're kind of ignoring you. You guys are standing by the machine, which is not running right now.
Do one of you gentlemen want to fill in this other brother on what is you guys are brothers, right?
No, we're
Unfortunately.
sisters.
Honestly,
That explains your diminutive beard. I almost went Scottish there too. I don't know why.
It's catching.
contagious.
It's contagious.
It is.
I've just got to try and keep it up and not forget. Oh right, I'm supposed to talk funny.
I'm supposed to be Scottish. This is my
I
character
gotta be
now.
Scottish. You gotta watch the movie Brave like 30 times a day just to make sure.
Watch Braveheart so you can know what a Scottish accent doesn't sound like.
If ye could change your fate, would ye?
So, to save time, yeah, you guys fill in Dravok, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I've heard of something like that down here." He's like, "Dravok, didn't you read something about it back when we were younger?"
I read a lot of fucking shit, but yeah, I remember it.
I think Das said one time that it was buried with the ancestors.
Great, another
Any idea-
crypt.
Any idea of where that might be?
Well, most of our ancestors are buried in the ziggurat.
PTSD. Shit. Not again.
Re-rack.
Oh,
Re-rack. It's been 3 years, guys. Come on.
Would either of you have time to help us explore the ziggurat?
No, I didn't mean story re-rack. I meant emotion re-rack.
Dravok's like, I mean, I don't mind helping you. I can't speak for this shithead.
Oh, fuck off. You know you'd get lost without me. I've got to go if this fuckface is gone.
Do you have
so
to
it's
go?
settled.
It will take some adjusting, but we could definitely use the assistance nowadays.
Especially because we don't know our way. Speaking of which, if you could lead us there, we would be very appreciative.
Sure. Let me just grab my stuff. You see Dravok go over, and he's got like a pack, and it's got an axe on it, and the axe is like slightly glowing. He puts his pack on. He's like, "You ready to go, Dravok?"
Oh, right, let me suit up. And he'll walk over to a suit of armor and kind of step into it, Iron Man-esque.
You're ready now. Fantastic. I guess we're ready.
There might be more conversation to be had about your father's opinion of this relic. We spoke to him about it, and according to Mordai, he lied to us about its existence.
You got a
And-
bunch of fucking outsiders who came in asking for shite. I mean, he doesn't know who the fuck you are. You blame him.
Dravok immediately like kind of takes a step back, and he's like, "Well, what? Why? Were you lying to him?"
Was I? No, he lied to us. I think. I don't know. I thought he was telling the truth, but Mordai here seems to think otherwise.
So he had the reason to not tell you the truth.
It may
Don't
have
know if we
gotten-
should trust these guys, Dravok.
Oh, here we go again.
They may have gotten started off on the wrong foot. First of all, my mother did not fuck a goat. Secondly,
That's a good thing, because I think it might be pretty bad if she did.
Your mother did not fuck a goat.
Goodness.
in the back of my head, I'm like, my mother was the goat, but I'm like, he wouldn't say that.
That's the situation that I'm in, dude. My dad's a fucking bird. Oh, God.
I forgot what his second point was. Secondly, you're right about us being outsiders and him not trusting us. Though we didn't give him any reason to trust us, we did come in with a set of demands, which put him on the back foot. And so, by that accord, he was unwilling to provide us information.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
I'm not very good at these.
8. I'm just going to use the 26 I rolled earlier. And Dravok kind of like, yeah, he had stepped back, but then he stepped forward and he's like, "You're not very good at this, are you?"
9.
I was a good communicator, but my life has changed recently.
Dravok's like, well, brother, what do you think? Should we go explore the ziggurat?
I mean, you're pretty good at sussing out people better than I am, so if you're fine with stinking around that place, I don't give a shit.
I mean, I've always kind of wanted to go in there and see if there's any treasures.
My concern is that I don't want to. We do want the support of the colony here, so I don't want to make any quick moves that might, get us expelled. I don't think that you two, a father's not gonna excommunicate his sons over them exploring the gravesite of their ancestors, but if we're dragging you guys down there with us, then he might be a little upset.
Is the ziggurat verboten?
No, that's just where we bury you people.
Good.
Gotta put them somewhere.
I just don't
But-
want problems.
Well, Dravok, I say we go get the relic if we can, and then we'll take it to Da and convince him to help our friends.
Sounds good to me.
I guess I should say my friends, since you're kind of a dick.
Well, I'm a bigger dick than you've got between your legs.
You've never seen it.
Aren't you twins?
Well, we appreciate the support. I mean, we will hopefully prove to you that we are trusting companions. We only battle for. We just want we don't want the darkness to consume the world.
Well, you're underground, so there's lots of darkness down here.
Look at me.
Yeah,
I
he's not wrong.
was born underground.
Molded by it.
It looks like you're a little overcooked.
I merely embrace the darkness.
We've lived very interesting and different lives.
Yeah, we've been
the
down
few of
here.
us.
Going stir crazy sometimes.
How would you like to see the outside world?
Oh, I'd love that.
Oh, aye, that sounds great. Better than this fucking shite.
Yeah, your father mentioned as much, which is what brought us to you in the first place. We're looking for aid. And
Well, there's got to be more to life than digging holes and mining shit.
That's what I tried to say to your father, but I lost the patience. To put it in a kind way.
Well, he's been kicked in the arse by the fucking Inquisition once. He mostly just doesn't want to see the genocide of his people.
We'd like to see their genocide.
Of our people or of the Inquisition?
The Inquisition.
Well, wait a minute.
Their genocide. Not your genocide. Theirs. Not yours.
Erindia's your pronoun game is
You'll find I overuse pronouns a lot.
You guys have been walking while you've been talking, and you get through this gate here to the north. And as you pass through, you see the ziggurat, and it's pretty impressive. It's very big, and it looks like the buildings around here are much nicer homes. Like this is considered the more opulent area of their city, where the more well-off, you could say, live.
Do you have people who worship or honor the dead?
Oh, sure.
Does it make sense? This is,
We recently lost some companions. It would be an honor for them to be laid to rest, or unless this is dwarven only.
Aren't they still with the giants?
They are.
Yeah,
we
they're
don't
still
have them
they're
with,
still outside.
Yeah, but
He's like, well, I don't think there is anything besides dwarfs in the ziggurat, but I don't know if we have any rules against it. You'd have to ask someone a little bit more religious than me.
I don't know.
I'm making mental notes.
What do you think, Rog? Would you think that they should be laid to rest under the earth, or in this great structure?
I think we should ask someone else. Personally, I would feel uncomfortable burying Squid and Sizan in the graves of victims of
dwarves?
genocide.
Yeah, Squib.
That's fair. That's fair.
Like, we're totally strangers here. We show up and we suddenly want to bury our dead where they've
Does
buried
anyone
theirs for
know
centuries.
Well, I mean,
kobolds
how long are we
usually-
going to carry these corpses around?
I think if as soon as we get out here, we should probably bury them outside.
we could bury you in this awesome temple, or we could bury you under the porch.
It is a dwarven
I'm just
temple.
trying not to disrespect the dwarves that died in the genocide, bro.
By
That's
putting
it.
Squib in their cigarettes.
Well, I mean, like, put it this way, like, if like my whole hometown just like died, I'm not gonna go to the Holocaust Memorial and start writing their names on the obelisks, you know? Like, there's just something fucked up about that.
Yeah, you're not wrong. All right.
Like,
Well,
This is
that is why
It's
I
like,
asked one of them if it was like you know.
this is more like if you went to Spain and passed away, and like, are you gonna ship your body back home, or do you just bury him in Spain? Like,
Or are you going to bury him in a nice temple in Spain that might be have some religious
we
affiliation?
probably don't have to put them in the temple.
and extreme historical significance.
We probably don't have to put them in the temple, but having them buried somewhere decent here.
just have a cemetery for the disavowed.
No.
All right,
Turn them into
so
Soylent Green.
let's go try and find this thing.
No,
Well,
we're dragging our feet, so we don't have to do this thing.
Well, you found the ziggurat.
Hard to miss, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit.
What an
Very
impressive
much like,
structure.
well, yeah, I mean, well, there's a lot of people in there. A lot of people that aren't around no more. Anyway, come on. Let's go exploring.
I don't suppose there's any town rumors about restless dead.
One way to find out. Let's go inside.
I don't think so.
You don't happen to have a
I-
lich in here, do you?
What's
I
a
hope
lich?
not.
I think we would know.
Well, you would think that, wouldn't you?
Or we found the world's laziest lich.
You haven't hung around with us long enough.
All right. Well, you guys enter the building and travel down into the catacombs.
The totally safe catacombs where nobody comes back to life. On life.
You find yourselves in the catacombs.
I forgot to hit the long rest button.
And something you would probably notice is Torvik, as for weapons, it only appears as if he's got a light crossbow. It's the only real weapon you see on him.
What?
In an
what's-
Iron Man suit.
what's-
Which, by the way, it's a very fancy set of armor.
I made it.
Did you also build the mining machine?
I did. That one was fun. I like building shit. It's really fun.
What'd you say your name was again?
Trevok.
Okay. I thought you said Torvik.
He did say Torvik.
Okay.
You got it wrong.
Just this last time. You had said Trevok before, but I just wanted to.
Yes.
It's
Clarify.
It's Trevok and Dravok.
Yes.
It's the accent.
Yeah, I'm gonna be stumbling over that accent all the whole time. It'll be great.
Okay, as long as you try.
I will try.
So.
Let's fucking go.
Okay.
Does someone want to listen to see if there's anything that might be able to be heard anywhere nearby?
I mean, I can,
Someone that's
Try
not
that.
me.
and I could potentially lead the way quietly. Although that suit of armor seems noisy.
His suit of armor
Yeah,
doesn't make any noise.
doesn't count as heavy armor.
Oh
No.
no, it does. I'm using not the infiltrator version, so this one is noisy. It's I can choose one of two versions of it. There's, if I can find the damn thing.
Or your armor.
There's, where is it? Yeah, I currently have the Guardian. It's Guardian or Infiltrator are the two choices. The Infiltrator is the quiet one.
Great.
Can you switch them?
If we want to come back tomorrow, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Got a switch, but it's locked for a day.
Pretty much.
He spends a day changing the configuration of the machine.
Well, I can be pretty quiet.
I guess I can head to is there a door at the bottom of the stairs?
Nope.
Oh. Or we're
You're at the bottom.
At the bottom
There's
of
a
the room.
hallway here. That didn't work.
anticipation. Aha!
Oh, I'm looking at the. Hilarious.
Is that door shut? Is that a door?
No, it's like an archway.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll head to the archway and do a listen.
Okay.
Yeet.
You don't hear anything.
He's dead quiet.
I lied. You hear the slight crackling of fire.
Actually, I think there's a fire burning.
Could be a
Can I
torch.
pick out if it's a smaller torch fire or if it's a slightly larger fire from here?
It sounds like a small fire,
Okay.
but you rolled a 25, so you like you
It's
can
probably
hear the slight.
really far away.
Yeah, it's pretty far away, and it sounds very quiet.
Is it dark? Is the hallway dark?
Where you're at, yeah.
What about? Can I see down the hallway?
As far
He's
as it
got
goes,
100
yeah,
He's got 120.
you can see down the hallway as far as it goes.
Oh, does it just
Oh, it ends
go
right
and
here.
then
Oh,
hang,
I'm so dumb. I see
hangs
it.
her right?
I see it now. I see it now.
It turns.
Yes,
it
yes,
turns
yes, yes.
right.
You
Yeah.
cannot see around corners.
All right, can I see down
I
the
peer through the fabric of the world.
hallway to the south?
You look through the hallway to the south.
He's X-raying in Minecraft. He's cheating.
I see the end of the hallway. I'm gonna say I don't see anything.
Perhaps we should form a group and order of march and
That's good enough for me. I'll be behind him.
continue on as a group. So no, if you want-
Trayvok will stand wherever the fuck you want him to.
Trayvok,
Uh,
approximately how high is your HP and AC?
Higher than yours.
Are you
About-
sure?
You probably knows the way, and you seem durable in your armor. Perhaps you
Yep.
could lead.
You're going back here.
I'm going back here.
Why are India?
Because Arindia is about to set off traps.
Yep.
Why did you just march ahead?
I mean, everyone doesn't have to follow me.
Arendia, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Okay.
So we have the tank in the back, and
Yep.
the sorcerer in the front. Concern.
Technically, the
Saving throw
tank's
is
like
not
right in the middle.
ability Check. Dex.
Dexterity saving throw.
14.
That's a failure.
Can I use Flash of Genius? Use my reaction?
Okay, sure.
He gets to add 6 to that.
I thought it was your proficiency bonus. Oh. Okay.
He gets to add my intelligence modifier to that.
You have a 6. Damn, son.
Okay, Arendi, you step on a pressure plate, and you hear the triggers going off to your side, and you're like, oh shit, and you like start to dodge back, and then like you kind of look over your shoulder, and you see Trayvok standing there, just like smiling at you, hands on his hips, and you're like, wow, that guy's cool looking. Then you just like get distracted and just fall down, and you take half, so 8 damage as a bunch of arrows, and a couple of them like nick you, and
Are you alright, India?
Yeah, I'm fine. Keep going.
You should probably be on the lookout for more booby traps.
If you'd rather, I could try and take the lead.
I'm gonna cast fly on myself
Okay.
and hover.
you bump your head on the ceiling.
How low is it? It's a dwarven
Not very
mine.
high.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
built for
Dwarf height.
dwarves.
All right, never mind. I don't cast fly. Fine. Someone else take the lead.
Like the ceiling is maybe 10 feet.
Gotcha.
I'm not very good with traps, Mordai. I think you should take the lead.
Okay.
So I will continue on carefully looking for traps.
Okay, point of clarification. Did you go around everybody?
I did go around everybody, so if there's another
Okay,
trap
I need you and Dravok to make a dexterity saving throw.
that requires more than a 17 to 5, say, I should be fine.
You make the save for sure. Dravok does not.
I dodged out of the way of the needles that shot him.
He takes 25 points of piercing damage. You take 12. And Dravok's like, oh, ow, wait, more die, what the hell? Ow.
There's apparently there are more traps, or pressure plates back here.
Trayvok's just kind of giggling to himself.
Tavok, would you try coming up with a solution to disable these traps?
Yeah, I could probably do that. I will go up and check out the traps.
Okay.
That's
The one that he's stepped on? What are we doing here?
You trying to find another one that's in our way?
I'll start with the ones that they've stepped on.
Or verify that it won't
Yeah,
fire
yeah.
again.
They're still standing on it.
Wait, son of a goat fucker! Could you get off this one?
It's Mordai.
Mordai, the goat fucker. Got it.
Okay, when he steps off, it click back into place.
Right, and then
Greylock steps back because he knows his brother's an idiot.
yeah, I'll go up and you want what is it? Investigation to see how the trap works.
Sure. $22. It's a pressure plate trap.
If you step on it, it fires arrows.
Like to fucking reset itself.
Yeah.
Can I use my thieves' tools to try and disarm it?
Sure. Go ahead and roll with dexterity. Unless you have something special that allows you to use your intelligence on everything.
Unfortunately not. That'd be great though.
You're kind of like messing with it.
But I think I can use Flash of Genius on that.
Okay. Yes, you can flash your genius at yourself. It's such a dumb mechanic.
I don't get a shit ton of them, but I can. So that'd be an 18.
Yeah, you're messing with it with your thieves' tools.
I've got so many fucking tools.
And your tools like get stuck, and you're like, "The hell?" You pull them out.
Not sure exactly what you were trying to accomplish here.
Mostly just trying to make it to where it doesn't go off again.
That didn't
Yeah.
work.
Whatever you were going for.
Do you have a crowbar?
I can.
You could just pry the pressure plates off.
Ooh, I do have a crowbar.
Or we just jump the pressure plates. I don't know how. While he's doing that, I guess I'm going to try and look and count where all the pressure plates are at.
Well, make a perception check.
You're
You're having a hard time.
Why is it so dark in here?
I'm still on a plate myself, correct?
Yep.
Can I look closely at the plate that I'm standing on and see if others nearby resemble it?
Sure.
Make an investigation check.
All right. I'm going to use 2 sorcery points to do empowering reserves that will give me advantage on an ability check, though I don't have disadvantage. Do I understand that correct?
All right, roll.
All right. And that was investigation? Cool. At 20.
Hey,
You can see the one that you're standing on,
Yeah.
but you still have it depressed. So you glance around, looking at the ground. But you don't really
see any that are similar.
Then I'm going to keep walking.
Okay.
Down the hallway.
Is it clear further on?
Oh,
Okay, bye.
I will follow his exact path. Just
Okay.
behind him.
As soon as
Like-
you step here, you step on the trap, and I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
I wouldn't have stepped on the trap that I've seen him trigger twice, though.
Okay, I'll say you go around.
Okay.
You said you follow his exact path, so
You did.
I did say that. I did say that. I did say that.
You chose your words so perfectly.
It's great. I love it.
Um,
Drevok
Yeah.
will follow in kind, skipping over the obvious
Yeah.
the traps that we know that are there.
There you go. That's how you say that.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta move myself. My cat's laying on my mouse pad. So. Yeah.
See you around the corner.
I see a light.
You do?
You see any more traps?
I check for traps.
Make a perception check.
I use 2 sorcery points to not have disadvantage.
Okay.
I rolled poorly.
Doesn't seem like there's any traps.
It doesn't seem like there's any traps, and I will
Oh, wonderful.
walk down the hallway.
All right.
Can I-
You? I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
I don't think the dwarves want us just.
Hey, you made
walking
it.
through
You
here.
made the save.
You take 12 points of piercing damage as more arrows come flying out of the wall.
All right. And I will say I missed this one,
Yeah.
and I will wait to see if any of my companions say, "Hey, maybe you shouldn't be leading."
I'm
He
already
already did.
said
And
that.
you ignored him.
Oh, that's right.
And I was like, "I'll take the lead." You're like, "Nah, bro, I got this."
But then
Just
didn't he
ran down
step
the
on?
hallway.
But then didn't he step on a trap?
You
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, so
I
I'm
didn't
not gonna
get
fucking
into
listen to
the-
him either.
He never got to the lead. He was trying to go around to get to the front and stepped on a different one.
Yeah, so he can't see the fucking traps either.
Not with his passive, no.
But if he's looking for him,
He probably has a better chance than your +5.
Yeah.
anyway.
Well, I stepped on that, so I'm
Yeah,
gonna,
you did.
I'm gonna check again, because obviously I missed that one. So
Yeah.
uh,
I mean, that one was 40 feet ahead of you, so you didn't see the ground on that one.
yeah. I rolled a 17. Wait, no, you said perception, didn't you?
Perception to see traps, yeah.
Yeah.
Keep the roll. Just add the. Oh wow. It's a
9.
9.
I still see no traps, huh? All
Seems
right.
seems clear.
Cool.
Not to be a pooper of parties, but I think it's getting a bit late.
I was about to let you guys get through this hallway and then call it a good.
Okay. Yeah. See if let's Arindia brute force this hallway.
Oh, he brute forced the trap. There's none on that line. I had them pre-written out. So you can't see them, but I can. But
Arindia, I don't mind keeping an eye out.
He's really good at finding all these traps.
He is.
He's just done it kind of the wrong way.
Yeah. I will follow
taking
his
traps.
path again, skipping over any traps that I
skip
saw
over the
him
one he
trigger.
stepped on. Okay.
Skipping over the trap that we know is there. We'll skip that one.
Yeah.
It's funny
Yeet.
because you left your character on the trap right there when you moved him down to and then over. All right, and that's where we'll call it, and we'll continue this dungeon crawl next week, unless people got problems playing next week.
I should be good next week. Hopefully.
Thanks for coming, guys.
Yay!
Thanks
You
for
have now
running
met
the
a
game.
couple of new friends.
Fucking assholes.
I don't know.
Honestly,
Well,
They've been
one
pretty
asshole.
chill since we've been busy. We just have to keep them
It's
busy.
true.
You just gotta keep them
he's
busy.
still gonna refer to Moradai as goat fucker and Arindia as no, not Arindia, Rug